Welcome to our weekend release. This is our bonus podcast episode where we see how much extra content we can squeeze into your week. Random things that have been sent in, extra bits from our week, and how our advice went down with you, our wonderful G and Divas.
Coronation tomorrow.
It is the coronation tomorrow.
Yes.
Rule, is it on a Saturday or Sunday?
It's on a Saturday.
Rule, what's the coronation theme? Zobra's Greek. No, what is it?
Zadok the priest.
Yeah, Zadok the priest. The
Yes.
Champions League theme tune in it. No.
Yeah, that's where they borrowed it from, yeah.
Is it?
No.
Oh, okay. So we have some questions about the coronation sent in on Instagram.
With the correct crown.
So
Okay.
this is from...
Who's answering these questions?
you, obviously.
Oh, right. I was just asking that.
This is from Lucy Gooserig.
Right.
Gooserig. Do the royals eat their quiche hot or cold?
I would imagine quiche is eaten both hot and cold. Cold in the summer, hot in the winter.
Oh, okay.
Probably.
From Jessica Hash. Does each queen or king get their own crown for the ceremony, or is it the same crown for each coronation?
No, both the king and Queen Camilla, as she will be as of tomorrow onwards, will have their own crown. The king will have, I think, the St Edward's crown will be put on him, and the queen is going to wear, I think it's the Queen Mary's crown. I think, can't quite remember.
Is it Evie?
Yeah, I mean, it's not a Burger King crown, let's put it that way.
Oh, you don't see any of them anymore, do you?
Yeah, I did in Edinburgh. They were outside a Burger King in Edinburgh. Whether they brought them back, I don't know.
From Tally MCD on Instagram, do the royals have a knees up after the ceremony? This is what I asked.
Yes, you asked this on Tuesday. I'm sure there is a family gathering, yes.
Yeah, but right, go piss up. From Simon, do you say congratulations to the king once he's been declared as king? That's great. Do you say congratulations?
Well, you can, of course, I mean, if you see His Majesty out and about, you can, of course, say congratulations. However, and again, at the time of recording, they haven't released the order of service for the coronation ceremony, so this could be outdated information. But if it's anything like 53 in the previous coronations, when the crown goes on top of the head of the king, everyone will shout some Latin words, 2 Latin words, which is Vivat Rex. And that means long live the king, because Rex is Latin for king.
Why can't we just say long live the king?
Well, who knows? We might. I don't know. I haven't seen the ceremony. For the Queen, as in Queen Elizabeth, they said Vivat Regina, which is long live the Queen.
Say she's having a Brazilian or something.
For the king, it is Vivat Rex.
Okay.
So we'll see what they shout.
What is the king's favourite drink? So I know what to drink when watching.
We've done this. We did it for our Christmas special, don't forget.
It's a vodka martini.
It's a martini. I don't know if it's gin
I
or...
bet it'll be gin.
It probably is gin, yes. And the Queen likes a claret.
Hey!
Oh, God.
The king's a claret. The king's a
Yes.
claret. He's a Burnley fan. That was from Inch Bin Evian.
I think it's Ich bin ein Even.
Oh, is he German?
Probably.
Ich bin. Sorry, I put Inch Bin. This is from Lydia Rose 2301. When should we toast? Is it when they proclaim the king? And what do we do?
I would do it maybe after that. And if you want to say something, Vivat Rex or Long Live the King, or just the King, do the loyal toast, just the words the King is absolutely fine.
From Chicken Chaser, if the king really needs a week, will he be able to pause the ceremony?
No.
Will he not?
No, you can go during the ad breaks.
Oh.
No.
Oh, isn't that?
Although the good news is it's going to be a much shorter ceremony than 1953, which was about 3 hours. It's not going to be that long.
How long's this one going to be about?
At the time of recording, we don't know, but I'm guessing an hour and a half.
Okay. Oh, it's like when you go to a wedding, you have to do bloody hymns and all sorts. Like, get on with it.
Excuse me.
Oh, sorry.
Mine was 30 minutes.
Yours
all
was
right? We were efficient.
Yours was fine. I'm
to the
not
point
just
where
saying that.
Mikey and I got in the car and I went, that could have gone on longer. But that's much better than, oh, thank God.
Yeah, keep them wanting more. It's like, it's more funerals as well. You're like, who's getting up to speak next? No one bloody liked him. Like, who are all these people pretending they're friends? Funerals have gone for about an hour and a half.
Okay.
Like, we get it, he's dead. Sorry, that was really disrespectful. I didn't mean that. To the dead person. From Lily McCullen, never speak ill of dead. What are you doing for the coronation?
Well, I'm working. Obviously, it's a work event for me. What are you?
Ching! Cashing it in.
What are you doing?
I'm probably going to watch it. And then I'm going to Burnley on Bank Holiday Monday for Cardiff game.
Right.
I'm DJing at the
you doing
turf.
okay?
Yeah.
Up the turf. Nice, lovely. Well, how nice.
Yeah.
May, it's a funny old month, May.
I
isn't
love
it?
May. I love this time of year because of all bank holidays.
Also, with the coronation, you're hard pressed to find a 5-day work week in May. I think we've got one. No wonder the economy is doing so well. We're not bloody working.
It's great, isn't it?
Hashtag politics.
Great. All these bank holidays that I'm actually working most of them.
Gosh. So you're doing, what, a 5-day work week? You have the opposite on bank holidays. Normally it's a 4-day work week for you.
Don't wind me up. Should we go to some
other responses? Anyway, whatever you're doing for the coronation, whether you're a monarchist or not, have a nice time.
Xing Fong vagina. What is it?
Vivat Rex.
What's the other one?
Vivat Regina.
The Vivac
Where did Xing Fong come from?
Sounded Latin.
Sounded a different language to me.
Viva vagina.
Vivat Rex.
Vivat Rex.
And Vivat Regina.
Vivac.
For God's sake.
Vivac Regina. Grow up. Regina.
Now, we have heard back from Erica, who dropped the 20-kilogram weight on her foot whilst listening to us and is now going down the aisle for her own wedding, not for the coronation, whilst on crutches. And she says, "Thank you for reading out my issue today. I've stopped crying about it now."
Sorry.
You right? Answer it.
Answer it.
No, I've got.
She says, "Thank you for reading out my issue today. I've stopped crying about it now. I have embraced that I will now be hobbling down the aisle, and it means I do not have to wear heels. Thank you again." Well, there we go.
Oh, I've just got to go downstairs. 1 sec.
Ben's going downstairs. Do we just carry on as normal?
If you finish that letter, then.
Which one?
If you finish that letter, then I'll be.
Okay. Now what? I don't like... Can we just address the elephant in the room?
What?
I am aware that there is something happening.
There's a surprise for you.
What? It's not my birthday. It's
No.
not my wedding anniversary. Is it coronation related?
Possibly.
Yes, that's what I thought so. Is it a stripper?
I'm nervous now about this surprise.
Oh, for God's sake, what's happening?
You'll find out soon.
Do we need to pause?
No, carry
Because
on.
is he going to interrupt?
Pause. Do we need to pause? Carry on.
This is really... I don't like surprises.
I'm nervous as well. Oh, God. I am a bit nervous about this, but let's just wait for Ben.
Is it something from M&S? With the incorrect coronet.
Maybe. Right, so we have a very special surprise for you.
Oh, my word.
Please welcome one of our brand newest G&D divas.
Alex Polizzi.
Hello.
Alex Polizzi's here. Hello. Lovely to meet you. How are you?
Really well.
Oh my gosh, we need to get you a chair.
We need to get you a chair. Thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, please tell me there's a new series of Hotel Inspector
There is.
coming.
Oh,
good.
great. We can talk about it. Ben.
So much.
William, you're really shocked.
I'm so shocked.
Really shocked.
Oh, my parents love your hotels.
Thank you
Yes,
very
they've
much.
said all of them.
Thank you.
They love them, and we're going to come later on this year.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
And we just love Hotel Inspector.
I do as well.
Do you?
I've watched
I
them
don't
all.
know.
Have
I
you heard-
hadn't heard that you were a fan.
Yes, because he keeps calling you Nancy Pelosi.
No, I got mixed up. We were talking about. I went, I've been watching that Hotel Inspector, Nancy Polizzi.
Nancy Pelosi. Well, you
Yeah.
said Nancy Pelosi, but
Yeah.
he gets things confused. Obviously, you're fantastic doing Hotel Inspector, but Nancy Pelosi Hotel Inspector
Would be
Yeah,
good.
if you ever need a series off,
I know.
Nancy
she would
Pelosi
be
would be.
pretty good, wouldn't she?
Well, this is very exciting.
Wow. So so sitting next to me, I mean, I can touch you in a consensual way, is Alex Polizzi, Hotel Inspector and hotelier. We should just say thank you so much for
very
coming
much.
in.
Very excited to be here. I
We-
can't believe it.
Absolutely love your show, and William got me into it. And I was saying before, you also got me into poached egg on Marmite on toast, because that's what you always have for breakfast, don't you?
Breakfast of Queens.
Is it?
Yes, it is.
Where did that come from? I've never heard of it before. Is it your speciality?
It's my speciality, but I think I've got a lot of people into it.
Yeah.
And actually, the test of a hotel kitchen is a poached egg.
Yes, so many people can't do poached eggs.
So many people. I do a wonderful poached
Do
egg.
you? Do you put vinegar
Yes.
in the water?
Maybe a little drop, but not always.
No.
It's all about the spin,
Yes, it is. And it's about It doesn't work with a very, very fresh egg, funnily enough.
Oh,
it works
really?
better with an egg that's been out of the fridge for a while.
Ah.
There you go.
Okay, I'm going to take my eggs out of the fridge.
Yeah.
There was a whole thing in the 80s, wasn't there, about eggs in fridges or not? And Edwina curry with eggs or something?
Oh, I know, but that was that was the last salmonella outbreak,
Yes.
wasn't it?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. You're so
I'm
excited,
so
aren't
excited.
you?
I haven't prepared for this at all.
We've got to ask, are we going to get another series of Hotel Inspector?
You are getting a double series.
Oh, really?
Because I really took my foot off the pedal because of the Star, because of the hotel I opened in Sussex.
Okay.
And so I was working all the time there, and it's physically impossible to be in two places at once. So I haven't done much TV, but they want me to do more, and I'm going to do more.
Good.
Yes.
That's fantastic. So it's just an extra long series, or you're filming 2 series at one go?
2 series in one go.
Okay, wow.
12 new hotels and 4 revisits.
Wow.
Okay. You did one in Burnley, actually, didn't you? You did
Yeah.
a hotel in Burnley,
I
where
love
he's from.
Burnley.
Oh, thank you. So do
you?
I.
You don't have to say that because you're here.
Well, I love Emma and I love John, her dad, and that's the Rose Hill.
That's
That was-
right. My mum and dad are staying there in a few weeks.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Oh, shout out to Emma. I love Emma. She's so great.
Yeah, she was great. And they're doing loads of weddings and stuff there now, aren't they?
Loads of weddings.
Every weekend they're pretty much booked out.
But everyone in Burnley is so friendly. I mean, you literally chat to everybody, which
Yeah.
is very much my attitude
Yes.
in life.
Yeah,
so
yeah, yeah.
it suits me down
It's
to the
hard to
ground.
shut them up sometimes. That's why we've done a podcast with him.
Oh, we're so
Nice.
happy.
We're so happy. Okay, so when can we expect the next series?
So I've just started filming it, and I'm filming all the way through until October. But they're going to drip feed. We're
Okay.
doing some of them faster and some of them slower,
Okay.
obviously.
Yes, because some of them need
Not
longer term.
one pace for everything.
No, okay.
We do
Well,
have
that's
some
very exciting.
questions for you.
Yeah.
Right, first of all, have you ever listened to the podcast before?
Yes.
Have you actually? Oh,
Yes.
God.
Wow,
Oh,
okay.
and your daughter's
I'm
a
so
big
sorry.
fan.
My wonderful, brilliant daughter, Olga, she made me say that.
Hello, Olga. Hello, Olga.
Hello, Olga.
She listens to you and she thinks you're absolutely amazing.
Aw.
And she said that you keep mentioning me and that I had to come and meet you. So
Aw.
this is what set this off.
Oh, bless.
It's so
That's so
great.
exciting.
Thank you.
Okay.
How did you become a hotel inspector? I know you've probably been asked that loads.
No, it's amazing. I was running a hotel in Devon, and a producer was there, and it was a lovely sunny day, and I was serving lunch on the terrace, and I was doing my usual spinning loads of plates things. And he, at the end of the service, said to me, "I would really like you to do a TV test."
Oh, really?
And I was pregnant with Olga, and I thought, why not change the record? And so and then 15 years later,
You're still doing it?
Still
Yeah?
doing
And
it.
for people that haven't listened to the show, what I love the most is like how you change people's lives, because the businesses are usually struggling, and when you come in, they're about to go bankrupt. A lot of them, or the hotel shut down, and do you still keep in touch with them and things?
the ones I like.
Yeah.
So anyone I like gets my phone number and my email address, and some of them I've kept in touch with for years, like Emma, for example. I mean, I first saw her years and years ago. But there are a lot of, I don't know quite how to put it, but slightly less than nice people that I have to deal with.
Yeah.
And frankly,
And they're stubborn.
done with them.
Yeah.
And they're stubborn. Like that guy who, like, when you come in and decorate and they want to go back to the old one and you're watching it and you go, "She's here to help you."
I know.
And they had, was it the brown poo walls?
Oh
Do you
my
remember?
God.
They literally had poo-coloured walls. You've got to watch it if you've never seen it.
Those boys
Boys.
have become 2 of my best friends.
Those were the Italian.
Yes.
They had the Italian restaurant,
Paolo and
didn't they?
Giacomo.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
So we are big fans.
Oh, thank you.
It's the perfect. I always say it's the perfect show to watch if you've had like a day of it at work. You make your tea or your dinner, and then you come home and just binge like 2 or 3 episodes. And
Oh no, we're religious, like week by week.
Yeah, but
Just like it's
I
on
watch
on a,
them.
whatever
It's just-
day it's on, we'll watch it. Yeah, we know.
I think the thing most people say when they meet me is, "Gosh, you're so nice and you're such a ravening bitch on the show."
That's why we like it.
That's why we like it.
And I say, yes, but they film a long, there's long days and there's a lot of days filming. And so they manage just to cut out the bitchy bits.
No, I
No, but
love
that's
that.
what we like.
And you don't come across bit. You go, "You're very good." You go, "Darling, but I'm trying to fucking help you."
Yes.
It's so good.
The bit that they put in the intro for the last series where he took you into a room and you go, "Do you love it?" And you just went, "Hate it."
Oh, don't ever change.
No.
We
If
probably.
anything, but dial up the bitchiness.
Okay,
yes,
thank
please.
you.
Yes.
All
yes.
right, note to self.
Thank you.
What should you do when we look out for a hotel? Is like any red flags? I'm staying at one tonight in Blackpool.
Well, I wouldn't stay anywhere with mushrooms growing out of a shower seal.
Yeah, which is
That's a bit
have
of a
you done
clue.
that before?
Yes.
yeah, that was in one of the episodes as well,
Yeah.
wasn't it? Yeah.
I would say that you don't always get what you pay for,
No.
unfortunately.
No.
But it kind of depends. Are you off for a dirty weekend? Are you off for...
I'm DJing tonight, so.
yeah.
So I'll be, it's just. Yeah.
So, yeah,
That's- yeah.
scuzz.
I stayed in one in the Lake District though, and paid quite a lot of money.
Yeah.
And it was designed by a famous designer. I won't say it here. And it was quite disappointing. It just, you know, where hotels get to, you think it really needs a revamp, and apparently they're going to do it up the next summer. So that was great, and the rooms were tiny.
Tiny.
And it was a great view, but it was a bit.
I've just been staying in New York. I was working for LinkedIn
Yeah.
in the Department for Business and Trade.
Oh, nice. Well done.
Thank you very much.
Where did you stay?
I stayed at 50 Bowery.
Okay. Yeah.
Which is really fun because it's in the heart of Chinatown. But it's one of those American hotels that's hermetically sealed.
Oh.
And,
What does that mean?
well, you know, you can't open a window.
Oh, okay. Oh.
And so it's all aircon or, you know,
Or blasting heat.
blasting heat. Anyway, I may or may not have had a slight paranoia attack for reasons that. And I was sitting there, and honestly, it was like the walls were closing. I was like, I need air. I need air. So I think you probably need to make sure where the windows open.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's nothing worse than a windowless room, is there?
No, and all
Yeah.
the New York hotels are quite small. The rooms are quite small proportionally,
Yeah.
I think. It's a bit like Italian hotels, generally. It's sort of
Yes.
slightly smaller rooms.
Yes,
Than,
not-
let's say, if you're in California, where they're...
Yes, and
Huge.
oddly, very little provision for where the hell was I supposed to put my knickers? I mean, there wasn't a drawer.
It's a problem we all have.
I mean, there was hanging,
Was you having a dirty weekend as well?
but no knicker provision
No.
or sock provision. I don't know.
I took
that-
him to Monaco years ago, and
Ooh.
he looked up at it and went, "It just looks just like Benidorm." And to be
does.
fair, he does have a point.
It does. It's
I'm
very
sure
tall
the
building.
hotels are slightly
High-rise.
more expensive.
Yes.
He was reviewing Hotel de Paris for
Hotel de Paris when it
the
just
Hotel
reopened.
de Paris for one of the newspapers, and his partner couldn't make it, so he invited me and Ben, our producer, along. And it is probably to this day the best hotel I've ever stayed in.
Ooh,
It was nice.
Had a toilet that washed your bum.
yeah.
Changed his life.
But Monaco, you have to be really well heeled
Yes.
to enjoy
Yeah.
it, don't you? You
Yeah.
have to have money in your pocket. It's no fun going there as a
No.
broke 20-year-old. You won't do anything.
€15 for a bottle of beer, weren't it?
Yes.
I remember that.
It's pricey, but we had fun. It was nice.
I feel like we should get Alex to inspect our studio, but it's
Oh,
absolutely.
Do we have a
filthy
new
at the
glass
moment.
for G&D?
Oh
Sorry.
gosh, G&D, I've been dying to try
Are you gonna
this.
try?
So
yeah.
technically, you're meant to have it with ice and a slice. but
Yes, that would
we
make it
are-
more palatable, I
it's-
can imagine.
it's slightly limited
Do
here.
we have
so-
a nice glass? Have we got any ice?
No.
That'll do. It's clean.
Should I go get ice?
No, don't go on if they can drink it
You
like
can
that.
have the winter version without ice.
You can
Yeah.
see how much William has compared to George.
Yeah,
I love
slight
drinking in the
alcoholic.
morning.
So, at the time of recording, it is only 10:30. So
No,
right.
I do think it just makes the whole day that much more cheery.
Absolutely. Friday is my favourite day. So it's 1 part gin, 2 parts Dubonnet. Let me just give it
So thank
an
you.
executive mix for you. I'll have some
Oh,
more.
good.
And we're toast series now. What series is this?
18.
18.
18. And that, you know, I always think I've seen it all and I never have. It's quite astonishing.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Oh, we can't wait for it to come back.
No, it's
On
all right.
Channel 5, isn't it? Channel
Yes,
5.
Channel 5.
And if you've not seen it, you can watch it on
50D.
50D.
Whatever they call it. Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Hotel Inspector.
Cheers. You didn't clink, which he likes. Apparently, it's common to clink.
I completely agree. Just the sideways
Yeah, exactly.
an
'Cause if you-
acknowledgement.
If you're at a luxury hotel and you're dining from fine crystal glassware, if you start smashing it together, it's going to
Chip.
break. Exactly,
Yes.
and you don't want
This
that.
is delicious.
Yeah?
It's nice, isn't it?
Yummy.
It's in the
Wow.
summer with ice and a slice. Do you have a sweet or savoury tooth?
Very savoury.
Okay, so a bit of
like
lemon.
Campari and soda's like one
Okay,
of my
lemon, not
favourites.
orange. Yeah.
That's delicious.
It's so good. William got me into it 5 years ago now. When we
No
started.
wonder the Queen Mother lived to 101.
Is that
That's what she used to
Her
drink.
drank?
favourite
Yeah.
drink. So
Yeah,
if you
it was-
ask for a Queen Mother in a lot of restaurants and like cocktail
Just
bars,
preserved in
you know,
alcohol.
Pickled.
Yes,
Dubonnet.
constantly.
Oh, I've got a dilemma for you.
Oh, go on.
Oh, my word.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
I think this is the perfect time to introduce this. So I have come in with Izzy.
Hi, Izzy.
Hello, Izzy.
Who's been working with me for the last 3 years.
Yeah.
And we very often arrive, and she arrives at my house, and I'm down in the kitchen, and we're dressed almost the same. Izzy, please stand up so they can see. So she is also wearing a white t-shirt.
Nice, yes,
trainers,
okay.
And generally, we look exactly the same.
Yeah.
So when I'm at home and not filming, we walk Rockwell, my 10-year-old son, to school together.
Yeah.
And we have definitely had the impression that people think that we're lesbian mothers.
And today is Lesbian Visibility Day. So incidentally, yes.
But I mean, not that. I mean, I just don't know. I don't know quite. We end up wearing a lot of double denim. I mean, we're,
Yeah, it happens.
you know, one of
There's a
those
look.
couples
Yeah.
that wears the same.
Yeah.
I mean, anyway, I'm not quite sure how to break the news to the other parents in the playground, as my current husband is largely invisible to everybody, that this is not, in fact, my life partner.
You could be in a throuple. It's very modern.
Very modern.
We have people write in about throuples.
So-
You're in a throuple with your air fryer.
Air fryer. Oh gosh,
Yeah.
you do
Oh,
know.
yes.
Yes. Have you got an air fryer?
No.
No.
Will you get one?
No.
What's wrong with them? Have you used them?
No.
Oh, okay.
I appreciate proper cooking in an oven is always going to be a lot nicer. But
Yeah.
if you just need something quickly,
Yeah.
we like ours.
How will
I
you
know,
how-
apparently so.
no, we
Although
love
don't
it.
bother with the trays.
Do you not?
You said.
Oh, yeah. But you
yeah.
have been listening.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
a waste of money.
no,
All this
you're
stuff.
very
Okay,
attentively.
wow.
I like to glean information where I can.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
So what advice do you have for me about my Izzy, Alex wardrobe
Well,
dilemma?
You could, in order so people don't think that, and not there's anything wrong with being lesbian, obviously,
No,
but that you're
obviously.
not in a couple. You could either, arrive separately or just go solo, or you could wear a bit of colour, like lesbians don't. So then people generally
Mad
won't.
generalisation.
Yeah, but the gays
he
are
likes to
like
get
that.
little pops in. They're getting at him and
They
stuff.
pop at me.
Do
so,
they?
yeah.
I mean, the lesbians I'm friends with are very colourful.
There you go.
Yes.
Well, there we go. It all goes on. But no, I think just let them. Tongues will wag, as it were. So I wouldn't. No, don't twist my words, Alex.
Speaking.
Don't twist my words. I know. I just let them. Or a message the night before. I'm wearing this tomorrow.
I know.
Yeah.
I mean, occasionally Izzy says, "Do you want me to go home and change?"
Oh, that's nice. But it's your house. You've got all the clothes. You could
I
change. It's the
know,
easiest
well,
for you to change.
When you've planned your outfit and stuff.
I know carefully.
I would just
Yeah.
drop it in when you're next at the school. Just be like, my husband would love to come one day, or we'd
yes.
love to have you round, that kind of thing. Or just mention your husband. at
Yeah,
any
but back
time.
in the day before.
Oh, my husband loves that colour on. My husband loves that colour that you're wearing. Oh, you've got the
a good
same
one.
car as
Yeah.
my husband.
Yes, that's quite clever.
Yeah, but you don't want to overcompensate then. That might seem... Because back in the day, before homosexuality was legalised, particularly more so for gays, but, you'd
Using
have,
someone
this
as
is
a
my
beard.
assistant or my special friend or my companion. So that was all sort of euphemisms. So again, I wouldn't necessarily introduce this.
I could do the bunny ears as my assistant.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yes. No, maybe mention your husband or dress differently. Or, yeah.
No, but also it's but it's the day that we really enjoy because I'm not at home that often during the week because I'm working.
Yeah.
And so if I'm there, it's really nice. We walk there together and we'll have a gossip and then walk back and we've got a bit more gossip before we go our separate ways and get on with whatever we've got to do.
That's nice. Yeah.
It's one of the highlights of my week.
Okay, well then...
Don't take it away from
No,
me.
I won't take it away from you. No. Well, then just embrace it.
Okay, you're right.
Yes.
Sorry, Iz.
Also, as well, we should say, if we wanted to stay at one of your, how many hotels do you have now?
We've got 3.
3.
So the new one is the one in East
Star.
Sussex, the Star, which is like my baby that I love.
Yeah. Then there's the Ensley.
That was the one you did up on
There is the Ensley, indeed.
And the
Tresanton.
Which is the first one.
Tresanton is 25 years old this year.
Oh, my word.
I was oh my God, it was so great. I had a couple come and stay at the Star the last few days because I was leading walks because I can turn my hand to many things.
Wow, you're a rambler.
I kind of.
Yeah, okay.
And there was a couple there who'd been at Tresanton the first night that we opened, and I haven't seen them since. A Swedish lesbian couple, funnily enough.
Oh, that's sweet.
And we all looked at each other and I said, We were a lot younger last time we met. 25 years is a long time not to see people.
That must be
that's
really
nice.
emotional.
So nice. It was really lovely that they followed us all this time and they made a specific trip to the UK to
Yes.
come and hang out with me.
Oh, that's lovely. That's
Isn't
nice.
it?
Do you have a favourite of your three?
Always the latest one, so the Star for me, because it's got masses of problems and it really needs me to sort things out.
And as a hotelier, you like it when it's the things to do. Like, if it was perfect, like there was no problems, it'd be boring, or
Well, it's never perfect.
No,
But
okay,
also, I'm not the kind of person, I think you might have understood that about me, that is very good at sitting down. I like to be really active.
Yeah,
So
same.
I'm the kind of person who does light serving breakfast, and then I'll do a couple of hours at my desk, and then I do, check on my guests at lunch, and then dinner service is always a really big deal. Check the rooms. There's a lot of that with a new hotel, just making sure that standards are really...
Yeah.
Oh, I know what I need to ask you, because I've said on the podcast recently about my pet hate now with restaurants, and whether it's hotels or sort of restaurants, where you sit down and they'll say, there are two things they've started to
Do you have any allergies?
Well, yeah, I get why they have to say that. Although I always want to say you'll find out, but I feel that
I always say
I feel that may not ingratiate me with the waiter. But also when they go, any water still or sparkling? Is that no? Or tap? Yeah, or filtered water or whatever. I don't, we're fortunate we live in a country where the tap water is good. So I don't, sparkling water I get, you pay for additionally because it's sparkling.
Well, you'll approve of the Star because I have made it as sustainable as possible. And part
Good.
of that was buying very nice glass carafes.
Lovely.
great.
And so we bring that water to the table as standard. And then if
Perfect.
someone wants
Yeah.
a variation from that, they have to ask for it.
yeah.
Excellent. Everyone
So
else take
good.
note, please.
And the other thing?
And then the other thing is when, and this probably won't happen so much in hotels, but you sit down and they go, and just so you know, we'll need the table back in 90 minutes.
Oh, my God.
Nothing
that's-
relaxes you less for a nice meal with friends, and they already want you to go.
I know, and actually that's really bad because that is down to the kitchen and the restaurant staff to make sure you have your 3 or 4 course meal in that time.
Yes. If you
And
serve me
then-
on time, I'll be out.
Yes.
If you don't, I'll be sitting
So
here
you
in
don't
4
think
hours.
they should say you've only got it for 90 minutes?
No.
It's so 90s. When I used to work for Marco Pierre White at the Criterion
Wow.
Brasserie in his glory days.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
He used to, my main job as a manager there was chucking people off tables because, you had 2-hour slot. And the kitchen, there were 250 covers on a busy night. And you'd have to literally chuck people off as they were eating their main courses. It was awful.
Bet.
Nowadays, it just doesn't. My pet peeve when I go to
Yes.
a restaurant, and something that I have caught my own staff doing, and then give them a quick clip around the back of the head every time, is someone who says, as they put their plate down to you, enjoy.
Oh, do you
Yeah.
not like that?
No, we're English.
Yes.
We're not.
Thank you.
American.
Used to are like 2 peas in a pod. You're like 2 peas in a... This is going to be the start of a beautiful friendship.
You can get yourself off, Jordan. You
We're-
go home. It's
We're
fine. We'll
English,
just
so
do
why
not
not?
like that.
Why shouldn't we say it? We just put it there.
Well, you'd say, enjoy your dinner, enjoy your meal. I hope you have a lovely evening. Please let me know if there's anything more I can
Bon
do for you.
appetit. Yeah, no.
Just not enjoy.
Oh,
Yeah.
Enjoy your meal.
And how about when they bring out, they've taken your order, they've switched your cutlery depending on what you've ordered. I've got a steak knife, he's got fish cutlery, and they go, who's having the steak? Look at the cutlery!
Oh, man, look at this. This is something special happening right
is
here.
just.
Yes.
Oh my God, you've made me feel quite faint.
Yeah, they've also, 10 minutes ago, they took the order.
I know. Well, that is a sign of a badly. That would not happen
No.
in one of my establishments.
No, so the only 3 hotels to stay in, other than any other Roccoforte hotel,
Thank
is those 3 that
This
Alex
is
runs.
beautiful to see.
This is nice.
But when I was trained at the Mandarin Oriental, we were taught to take an order for a table of 6 without using a pen and paper, and I still do that.
Can I say the word iPad to you? What are
Yeah.
your thoughts on those?
Oh my God. I mean, what is wrong when someone is holding a device like that? Why are they like this? Rather than looking you in the face and going, yes, sir, lovely chicken, thank you, sir. If you've got to write it down.
Yes. Especially in this day and age when everyone modifies everything.
Everything. No, so I'm a great believer in having, trying to remember things and putting them in correctly, making sure that the place number is written down correctly. Then everyone knows the correct place to put the correct plate. I'm sorry.
No,
We're not in Kansas anymore.
It always freaks me out when somebody comes and they don't have a pen and paper, but...
No, but if they're well trained, they can do it, and it's
I know,
flawless.
but on the other hand, when you're asking for an Americano, no milk, and someone writes it down on a pad,
And then they get it wrong anyway.
I mean,
Yes.
really.
Just moving to the bedroom, as it were.
Yes.
Pillows.
Yes.
Sort
Can you
of, sorry,
explain?
for the benefit of the radio listeners. Standing up, which is American, or flat.
Oh, great shout. I never know what to do with mine.
There's an argument for both.
Okay.
I would suggest, and it depends on the size of the room and the size of the... So, we in our hotels always put them flat.
Yeah.
And then I don't mind if someone puts them upright,
Yeah.
but then at turn down, they should put them down flat,
yes.
because that's how you're going to use them.
Right, okay. Turn down's where you get into bed, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, before hopefully you get into bed.
Yeah.
Yes, it's done before you go back to the room. Okay, another thing that you might have noticed, I really hate towels on beds.
Yeah.
Yes.
What lunacy is this?
When there's a towel rail in the bathroom.
Where are you going to use a towel? I hope in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I can think of some other reasons.
I never noticed them now until you mentioned it as well. The hairdryers on the walls in bathrooms.
Oh, yeah.
They're so rubbish. It's like, that's how they dry your hair.
And also in America, they all want you to electrocute yourself in the bathroom because that's where the hairdryer thing
Yes.
is. Whereas in our country,
It's not allowed,
we're
not
allowed.
permitted.
Yeah.
What do you think are what they called the little covers they put over the beds?
Decoration, I
yeah,
call
I
it.
don't decorate.
I mean, what is the point of that?
You're beaming here,
a
William.
This is
little
great.
bit of fabric at the end of the bed that doesn't keep you warm, that you have to fold up, that God knows what's happened
That's
on
what
it.
I always think they're a bit
and
German.
normally, they're the kind of material that you can't wash.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
Disgusting.
Any of your hotels for Hotel Inspector that was this you that used to check if there's a pillow protector on?
Always.
Do you take a pillow protector with you in your
I
bag?
should do. I mean, one of the worst holiday experiences I've ever had was I took my children and the nanny I had at the time on to a all-inclusive holiday. And as I got off the bus that had collected us from the airport, which already I realised that, this wasn't going to be quite my usual holiday, this lady rushed towards me and said, "Alex Polizzi, I just want to warn you, there are no mattress protectors or pillow protectors in this hotel."
Wow.
Oh,
and did you
awful.
stay there or did you
I did.
relocate?
Well, I asked the manager, and she said that they had such a high occupancy that it was cheaper just to change the mattresses every season.
Yeah, but there's still people...
I
Yeah,
just
that's so
don't.
bad for the environment as well. And
I
you
always-
don't need, sorry to it, you
No,
don't
you
need
go.
to, when you're there for a week, you don't need fresh towels every
Every
day.
day.
It's so bad for the environment. It just, every few, even if you're there for 3-4 days, you could probably use the same towel, couldn't you?
Yeah, well, it depends. Is the towel dirty? Is the towel wet? Is
Have you
it,
had 2 showers that day or 1?
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
However, is when hotels, and not necessarily yours, but hotel chains do that, obviously they say because of the environment, and yes, it has an environmental implication, or is it mainly because it keeps their electricity bills down?
I am sure that in the olden days, that sign meant they were saving money.
Yeah, okay.
But I think nowadays sustainability is such
So
a
important,
big hot
yeah.
topic that no one can really avoid their responsibilities
No.
in that regard.
Yes.
I had to talk my mum into getting rid of, those little miniature single-use plastic
Yeah.
things that one used to have in bathrooms.
Oh, the cups.
No, the little, the shower gel and the
yeah,
shampoo and the
yeah.
conditioner.
Yeah.
So now we use all refillables in our
yeah.
hotels. But my mother, who's obviously a little bit older than me, thought that it was never going to be acceptable because people didn't think that they were clean enough or hygienic enough. Everyone's used to it
Yes,
now.
yeah.
I mean, where do you go that doesn't have a refillable bottle?
We should let you go soon, but before you go, for someone that doesn't like to complain at a
Yeah.
hotel, what is the best way to do it? Do you have to see the manager? Do you go If you've got, I'm like,
If you've got a
like
legitimate complaint,
confrontation,
not
what's the
just you're
best
trying
way?
to get money off.
Not just the fact that someone's put the loo roll on the wrong way around
no,
on
exactly.
the loo roll
Because you
holder.
must get
Yeah.
complaints, so you think, oh, shut up.
Well, that was one of them, the
Yeah.
loo roll thing, that the paper was feeding towards the wall.
Oh,
rather
we'll
than-
turn it round.
You comped their entire stay, presumably.
Yeah,
Yeah,
obviously.
yes.
My advice is to, first of all, try and tackle it at the time. And not leave it to fester. Because the point is, normally you're staying somewhere and you want to have a nice time.
Yeah.
Get it out of the way, get it sorted out. Don't let it ruin your whole stay. And I see a lot of that. Someone says, on the first night. And I'm like, well, I was here. Why didn't you
Why didn't you
mention
tell
it to
me?
me? And then never get cross with a junior member of staff, because poor little sausage, they're like cannon fodder in World War One. Just bayonet in their hand and sent over the trenches to die in their thousands. Always send it up the chain, and if it's important, ask to speak to the supervisor on duty or the manager on duty. There's always a duty manager. And just be reasonable. Try and be reasonable. I mean, people are very unreasonable. I had a huge email exchange with someone who told me that their food had arrived at the table and it was cold, and the waiter had apologised and taken the plates away and reappeared with freshly cooked plates that were then hot, and the meal was delicious, but honestly, it just wasn't acceptable. And I thought, God, we know that.
Yeah.
Come on,
It was
man.
cold and then we sorted it out.
That's a bit
Yeah.
what
Yes.
I think.
Well, look, we could talk to you for hours and
Thanks.
hours. This is probably the
Thanks.
longest
It's
bonus
lovely to meet you.
episode we've done.
Thank you. Yes.
So, Alex Polizzi, thank you very much. If you've not seen Hotel Inspector, definitely watch
Do
it.
go and watch it. It's marvellous. And you're made international, aren't you? You're global. You're
Yes,
all over
I'm
the shop.
huge.
So our listeners not outside of the UK can find it on some platform.
It's on 5OD on Channel 5. And also, tell us about your hotels again, because we should come. We
should
go
go
and
and-
see.
we will
we
come
should
and
go and
stay.
stay.
Well, I would love to have
Yeah.
you. I will roll out the red carpet.
Oh.
The star in Alfriston in East Sussex, Hotel Ensley near Tavistock in Devon, and Hotel Tresanton in St Maurs in Cornwall.
Thank you
They're all
so much.
beautiful.
Thank you.
In fact, my parents have just moved house, and they keep their whole style of decor. It's different style of houses, because they went around taking photos of the bedroom and how they did cushions. We were going to try and decorate like an Alex Polizzi or a Polizzi collection hotel.
Thank you very much. That's a huge
No,
compliment.
they're,
Thank you.
yeah, which good. They need a bit of direction, so that's good.
Lovely
Thank
to
you so
meet
much
you.
for coming in.
Thank you.
This
Thrilled
has
to meet
made
you.
my coronation.
Oh,
Queen Alex Polizzi.
Remember, if you've got a question or a story that isn't a dilemma or a problem, this is the place where we can read it out. So drop into our DMs on social media or send us an email to help@sextedmyboss.com with anything that you want to share with us. We also love hearing back from people we offer advice to. So if that's you, get back in touch with producer Ben. For more Sexted news and nonsense, sign up for Ben's newsletter via sextedmyboss.com. We'll see you next week.
Goodbye.